October 5th came on doing a remote with you, and we talked about the huge buying of puts. The stock was $170 a share. Valiant, that is, Meg. $170 a share. They bought the 145 puts in November. They skipped over the Octobers with all the high volatility, bought out in November. Then they sold the 190 calls against it. So this put them in basically a naked short position in a huge size. They did 2 million share equivalent. The stock has since lost $22 billion worth of its value. And whoever owns those puts, basically 2 million shares times the drop from 170 to 105, $65. It's a heck of a windfall for whoever owns those.
Well, clearly, Phil, we're taking advantage of the market opportunities as they present themselves, and a strong truck market, a strong SUV market is helping. But I think also it's our view and our continued focus on driving cost efficiencies. And if you look at the material performance and the cost efficiency that we had in the third quarter, overall about $700 million, a lot of that accrued to North America. So I think it's seizing the opportunities from a market standpoint, but also continuing to drive efficiency in the business. For the rest of this year, the year in total, we expected low single-digit EBIT growth from an industry perspective, or low single-digit percentage growth, 1% to 2%. We're seeing that play out. We saw sequential improvement as we move through the third quarter. We've seen improvement thus far. Looking forward, we expect the industry to grow between 3% and 5%, but being more volatile. But we also said in that context, we're going to continue to drive efficiency, continue to drive improved mix, and the results in the third quarter prove that our plan's working.
What's the best scenario? The best scenario is if the oil companies, get a tighter margins and expanded margin, and that the price of gasoline stays at this level or comes back in. So, we're getting to a point where you're going to start seeing a base again. And I do think that oil, at some point around the $35 to $38 level, that's where it's going to bottom out. We've seen it already. We've seen it 2 or 3 times. I think you're going to continue to see it. And, from there, I think there's a lot of room on the upside.